Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good morning. So we are going to do some Dark Tower and also some Divine Arena if it is open. So let's go check that out. Doing some gold mine this morning just before. Let's see here. Okay, so good. So there is Divine Arena as thought. So yeah, let's check that out. Okay, we have a Spider Queen on the left and a Harbinger of Darkness on the right. Looks like we'll be using female units on this side, and then on the right side we'll be using males. Okay, yeah, let's go. Okay, let's take a look at their Warlord skills. So they have set enemy attack to 1 for a turn. They have summon the ranged demons with a decrease of attack and plus attack to ranged allies. We have our skill here that will poison enemies. Spider Queen also has a destruction skill, so as long as we can wound their heroes, we'll be able to get a board wipe. We'll start with a hero with high health, and we'll place it in this spot here. Going for some early damage. This hero also has evasion, so that'll help us out in terms of building up our board. We have this hero here that will set the enemy attack to 1 for a turn, so that will slow us down a little bit. A little more poison to mark them for damage, and then we'll continue on. We'll summon this ranged hero here to give this extra attack. And then as you can see, the attack is 1 for a turn. That's okay. Okay, our poison did get rid of some of these buildings, so that's good. It's actually dealing 8 damage. So this building will be destroyed. We won't have to worry about that. Then for next turn, we can destroy this. Whoa! Okay, using our destruction skill now to get rid of this hero. And then seeing this here, so this one summons a tree in front of themselves. See if we can do anything to stop that. We have poison over here. We'll just go more for attack. So summon this hero with the 2 extra summons behind it, so it heals themselves. And then this hero here also has the plus attack to ally women. As long as we put more heroes on the board, we'll be able to outrush them in terms of damage. Okay, they did their skill to set the attacks of our heroes to 1. And then they summon the ranged hero, which, as you see here, sets the 2 random enemy attack to 1 for a turn. Okay, we have another hero here that deals damage to a random enemy. In this case, it was this hero here. Seeing what we can do. Yeah, this is fine. So we'll start with this hero here. And this hero is a flight hero and then also poisons the enemies in line. So in this case, this will be destroyed after. And this one will also be poisoned. So I'll need to summon a melee hero with flying in order to destroy this. And then as long as we can stop damage on this line, we'll be destroying this hero soon. Got another hero here that deals damage to enemies in the line. Combat over there. We don't have to worry about this because this one's already poisoned, so we'll continue on with this ranged hero over here. We are getting close to lethal, so let us put a blocker over here. Summon this melee hero. Okay, we have this hero that freezes a random enemy at the end of the turn. So in this case, it's this one here. We have our melee hero with the splash. So this will destroy this over here. And let's see if we want to destroy this. This one probably makes a little more sense to get rid of. So no, we can just go for damage. Damage is fine. We will continue on. From the ranged hero here with the high health. Also gets an attack boost when it attacks, and then also we'll get a swap of health and attack, and give evasion to heroes. So in this case, this one already has evasion, and this one actually on the bottom Can't get evasion because it already has flying, but we're just going for some damage first. Okay, we'll do our range summons. So this is skill number 3, so that's an extra 36, 63, gotta deal another 34, which we don't have. But we will summon another hero with high health. And then again, same Titania, so another attack boost as well. It's here that gives attack boost and health boost to order allies. So in this case, it's this one here. Okay, here that deals damage to 2 random enemies. That is fine. Combat over here, 22. No death triggers. We'll do our summon on top. And there we go.
Epic.
Okay, still in the world event. That's why we're getting runes. Alright, let us do the Harbinger of Darkness side now. Okay, once again, we will start with heroes with high health. Seeing what makes the most sense. Yeah, we'll start with the heroes with high health. Alright, so we'll start with this hero here. This hero gives plus attack to male allies. In this case, all of our heroes are going to be male. So if we can keep this alive, we'll be getting attack boost to all of our heroes. Okay, another hero here has flight and then the poison. This one over. This one's fine. We're summoning the Tengu here to set the enemy attack to 1. We'll slow down some of their heroes. And then also it says the attack boost given as well. Okay. You have the evasion hero over here, and then also the plus attack to ally females. We'll give this some protection. We'll summon this hero in D3. We'll freeze the hero in the line. Or not in the line, but rather any random hero on their side. Okay, so we have another one of these flying heroes with the splash. We're going to summon this ranged hero over here, and the reason why is because even though this hero does have evasion, we are using it to deal the damage to random enemies at the end. Also trying to avoid the damage to our heroes because they do have that destruction skill. And the splash is going to deal damage behind the building here. So this is fine. Gonna let this slide for now. Again, we're going to avoid the splash, so what we'll do is we'll summon the hero here in A1. As you see the summon of the tree in front of themselves at the end. And then we're letting the damage happen from these heroes. This hero also has the extra attack given from this hero, and for now that is okay. We can still use our skills to slow them down for later. Okay, we have the extra poison damage once again. And we'll do our skill to set the enemy attack to 1. Then we'll also summon something to destroy this over here. Okay, we'll still have our damage. Probably will need to destroy this hero soon, again, because of the extra attack and the boost. Okay, so they did do the poison, as we see. Kind of committing a lot to the board right now. And they did the destruction. Okay, so now this will potentially be destroyed. Probably should have put the Storm Rage here just to block and ensure that this hero is destroyed. Okay, we'll summon our ranged hero over here. And then, let's see, is an attack boost? No, that won't be enough. We'll summon another melee hero to help us block. Okay, setting the attack to 1. Probably should have given this an attack boost just to be sure that we got rid of this. Okay, so this hero will take care of this. This hero will destroy that. Again, we do need to get rid of the Titania. The other skill it does have, it gives plus health to their melee allies whenever one of our melee enemy melees attack. Fortunately, this does have enough low health point. And destroy that. But we are low on heroes now. So combat plus the poison will destroy this. Okay, so that one is now destroyed. Okay, plus health is okay. You're there. We'll summon the Tengu to take care of this hero. Okay, and then you can see we did deal the random damage. Those heroes, those extra summons, they do die at the beginning of the next turn, so we don't have to worry about those. We are running low on health, and we need to take care of their heroes very soon. Okay, damage over there. Okay, we'll summon once again another one of these heroes. We freeze the random enemy. And we need to draw some damage down here. We'll be summoning the Storm Rage to attack this. So once again, summoning the Storm Rage as well. We need to draw for extra damage. Nope, we do not, because even if we give the attack boost to our ranged heroes, it still won't be enough to deal lethal. Okay, so this is fine. This hero will destroy that. And now it's just a matter of slowing down the rest of the damage. Probably going to have to do this one again just because we are so low on health. Also, they are doing these sudden deaths at this point, so eventually we will take lethal from that. Okay, so let's see, more damage. Depends which one this ends up freezing. We'll summon another one of these heroes here to deal damage to their heroes. So combat will destroy that, combat will destroy this. Yeah, and we won't have enough in order to get through, so okay. That is unfortunate. Okay, we'll have to focus damage on the Titania in order to stop the plus health first. We will start with the... We're going to save our Storm Rage for when the Titania comes out, and we'll do the... We'll do the Thunder for now to deal some damage to their heroes. Once we get rid of enough of them, we can then focus the damage onto other heroes. And then also, once the Titania does come out, we will not summon melee heroes if we have to. Alright, so the poison damage over there. And this over here in 32. That way we can also give this hero protection with another melee. Okay, not bad. We'll summon the hero over the combat. So not enough in order to take damage over here. So we'll do the summon on C, or C2 rather, and let our combat damage destroy the building, and then our effect over here to deal damage to a random enemy. We're using our spot removal in order to focus the damage from the thunders. Okay, and it also looks like they did do the poison too. So let's see. The combat. Don't have enough to deal damage on combat over here. We will be able to freeze this, so that's good. Summon the ranged over here. We destroy the flying hero. It will be frozen, and then we'll take the damage again. Okay, destruction skill did occur, and that is okay. Okay, just taking a look at the other skills that it does have. And this hero here has spikes and flight. Want to give this hero protection. Actually, we don't even have to at this point. We will summon the hero over here. Take some spikes damage, and that's okay. And destroy that over here. And now we have a decent amount of protection, especially too since they use the kill all wounded skill. Yeah. Alright, so there's the Titania. Let's see. Okay, let us do this. We'll summon the hero here on D2. Okay, once the Titania gets rid of the tree, we will place the Storm Rage in front of it. Hey, Jaboga. How are you doing today? Oof, okay. We will summon the... Hi, Gix. Welcome to the chat. Alright, we'll summon the Storm Rage. The Storm Rage will deal damage to enemies in the line when it dies. It will allow us to take care of the Titania. And then also give us some protection over here. Few days, but I was busy. Hey man, whatever. You can come in whenever you like. Always, we're pretty much gonna be here all the time. Right, so let us see here. This, all of these heroes are now at attack of 1. We will summon. What's the most sense? How am I doing? I'm doing all right. You know, just pretty slow Tuesday so far. Monday was also kind of slow as well. All right, we'll summon another one of these melee heroes over here. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll summon it over here in. We'll actually summon it here in the C3 spot. So when it comes into play, it deals damage to another enemy. And we're doing this right now so that way we can place another ranged hero over here for some protection. This Tengu will die in 2 turns because of poison. So we want to give some more space for heroes to be summoned over here. Okay, so combat and combat will destroy that. This one here will get plus health off the range. We're not really caring so much about that, but we'll do our skill. Slow those down. Then we'll summon another Tengu over here. Yeah, sure, we'll summon another... You know, we can actually go for more damage. Why not? Not combat? Yeah, we'll go for more damage. We'll do our Void summon. And then we'll also give it a plus attack to our ranged. See, so not quite enough yet, but what we can do is do this, and this should actually be good. And so combat will destroy this. The attack boost given to the nature, and then attack over there. And then also these are set to 1. We have lethal threatening on these 2 lanes. You like the new streaming time? Yeah, it's you know, we're trying to be as consistent as possible. Okay, so they did do their summons. We don't have to worry about them because they kill themselves at the beginning of the next turn, and then they also only deal 1 damage because of the Tengus. And then just need to break through here. We'll summon our ranged hero behind the melee. And there we go. So that one took a little more attempts. We focused more on removal on the large melee heroes, and then we just went for damage all at once. We as you saw, we stacked all 3 of the skills pretty much on the same turn. So we just went for some burst damage instead of damage over time. Okay, so that was that. Now let us do the Dark Tower. Gotta switch the Warlord over to Geisha and the Pet as well. Okay, so we do have that ready. Okay, so right now we have 2 attempts, and we currently only have 1.5 stars or 3 wins. We need to get, let's see, 6.5, so 13 wins in 5 days. All right, yeah, let's get started. Okay, we are starting first. Take a look at their warlord skills. So they have the silence, they have the heal and the stones with the heal. They have their greedy pet that will give them plus health whenever a melee ally kills. Okay, let's take a look at their buildings. Plus attack. And then we have our own building here that deals damage. See what's going to make the most sense. We need to balance this out because they will probably have strong heroes as well. Combat over there, combat over there. Oh, this is fine. We'll start with our melee hero here in C3. This melee hero, it does splash damage over here, so we end up getting rid of the buildings. Well, that just balances out. This hero also has decent health as well. Okay attack. And opening up these spots so that way they can't hide a ranged hero or a building behind the other buildings. Yeah. Okay, so we have this hero here that will deal extra damage to our warlord when the enemy attacks. Both of these are decent. We can try and go for combat against this hero. So let's see. Light could stop it temporarily. They would summon a ranged. Combat over there. Oh, this is fine. We'll freeze it just to be absolutely sure. Summon it here in B2. And depending upon what other heroes they end up summoning for the next couple of turns, we will use our destruction skill early in order to keep tempo on the board. Okay, not bad. So let's see. Combat will actually destroy this. We have a damage of 45 and then 6. If we can deal extra splash damage, that would be nice. Not enough over there. Combat over there. Okay, so we don't have enough to destroy this, and even with the boost, so that would see 49, so 130, so a little off then. Combat over there. We'll summon the ranged hero down here, give us a little bit of protection. Yeah, we're also going to spread out our damage so that way they're forced to destroy our heroes. Rather not go for defense so much right now. And we want to force them to use their silence skill as well. Which they do, so that's good. So combat will destroy this, and it's just a matter of what's going to happen in these next top areas. When in doubt, we go with the heroes on the bottom lane, so that way they can't summon something like a Ghosta or a Mina that could ruin our setup. Okay, so we have combat over there. Destroyed. See, we can put more pressure onto their heroes. Yeah, sure, why not? Over there, if we wait another turn, potentially we could stop the other stuff. Those over here. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, we'll do our summon. And that's good. We'll do our destruction. Get rid of those. And then continue, we'll summon the male hero here on B3 to get rid of this, because it does spawn these planties. And then we have our vampire, which has the skill to deal damage at the end of the turn to enemies. Okay, so we have this hero here that does poison to our heroes whenever they attack. We can deal as much damage as we can to this, so we'll summon our ranged hero on the attack room over here. You see, there's a large amount of poison damage. We'll do our own poison damage as well. Okay, normally we do wait for the stones to come out because they could end up summoning a ranged hero or another hero that we can't destroy. But like I said, I'd rather just go for tempo right now. Our heroes are okay in terms of attack and health. Okay, so you can see those heroes are now destroyed because of the poison. Combat over there, combat over there. Get rid of this now. Let's see. I have some options. Let's go with the Shimuna over here. Yeah. So as you see, it will get poisoned because of the attack. However, we do it because of the shard. The shard will give some extra protection to the Shimuna. And as you see here, that does give the mental shield as well. We also summon the Shimuna because it does this extra adjacent damage. So then we can start dealing damage to these stones over here. So we have this hero here that gives evasion to another ally if something is destroyed. Also, let's see, the attack boost for every nature. Okay, attacking. Yeah, combat. So not quite enough to go through here. Our epic heroes are kind of bad because we don't really level them, as you see here. Set the attack. Seeing if we knew anything else to affect their board. Oh, this one's cool. So the end of turn steals attack from ranged. But we don't have any other ranged heroes on our side to... I mean, we're probably just more disruption than anything else. Sure, let's... Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, we'll place it behind the Shimuna and give it some protection. Okay, so we have this hero here that will heal their allies whenever their warlord is attacked. So that will take away some of the damage dealt to these stones. Okay, we have this hero here that will set the health of 2 of our heroes to 1 whenever it dies. Oh wait, 1 more turn actually, get rid of that. See, so combat over there, extra adjacent damage will destroy that, potentially setting this to 1. We'll summon our Goliath over here on E2. As you saw, that Goliath does deal some damage whenever a hero comes out in play on our side. And we did that so that we can set up for our summons that will deal some damage to these ranged heroes. Okay, we will do our summons. And see dealing some damage over here. Okay, we're going to leave this melee spot open so that the Shimuna can give another shard. And we'll summon the Yoster over here on the B1. That way we can give a melee spot. We can still have a melee summon for later. Okay, not bad. So it looks like this hero does have evasion because of the Tanny giving the extra evasion over there. I just need to get rid of this hero and then we should be all set. Back on the attack. Whoa! And you see that extra damage happening from the Yoster in the beginning of the turn for every ally. It still has evasion, so we'll need to get rid of that. We will avoid this, might as well, yeah, deal some damage to it. Anything else? Yeah, we will... Sure. Yeah, we'll summon the hero over here, the flight and the ranged, to deal some damage to this totem, just to get rid of it. And see, it is low on health, and it will reflect damage to our warlord. But again, we're focusing more on getting rid of their heroes. I guess we could have, we could have placed the light hero to give this another form of protection, but this is okay for now. So you can see the extra damage, so that's good. Leave the melee spot open for the shards. And at this point now, we are in good shape. So our Yoster is giving our heroes plus health at the end of the turn for every female on our side. So that combos with these shards that are helping us block. We still have our Goliath that is dealing damage to other heroes. And then we have the ranged heroes to obviously deal some more damage. Whoa! And then also the damage over there, so that's good. Summon our Regar over here. Gets an attack boost for every hero on the field. Okay, it's also a female too, so that will help out the amount of health given to our heroes as well. They summon the group with the silence, but that's not going to be an issue because it doesn't have a death trigger. Oops. Oh. Oh no! Don't tell me it's going to freeze right before. Okay, got it. Alright, so we have the damage, we have lethal over here, so we'll just skip the turn. And there we go. A little longer battle. We used our vampire and destruction skill early to keep tempo on the board. And then once we drew out into the Goliath and the Yoster, we had the rest of the heroes controlled. Right. Okay, ooh, some double event rares. That's good. Okay, and we'll have some epics now as rewards. Thank God. Yeah, yeah, that was a pretty back and forth battle. All right, so we are starting first, and it looks like they have lower health than us, so that's good. Same skills over there, and then a Gleedy Pet with a little less health given. Take a look at their buildings. So damage to our Warlord, and then also Pierce for us over here. We have plus health to our allies. Okay. We'll start with the hero with the high health. And the reason why we do that is because if they do the silence, they will be left with their base stats over here. So in this case, very high health and then decent attack as well. We don't care so much about their skills, although they will help. So extra damage, extra plus attack, and then extra plus health. So we got this hero over here that does the poison damage. Okay, we can see what'll make sense. 59. No, we'll keep going for attack. Seeing if we want to go more stat wise. Use of poison, damage repair. Sure. We'll spread this out. So we'll summon our melee hero in C3. This hero here will give miss to another hero per turn, as you can see right here. So we're just going for some early damage right now. Hopefully we can draw the silence out early, and then we'll counterattack with the vampire and destruction. Okay, as you can see over there, got some decent attack over there. Over there. I'm gonna summon our vampire early just so we can wound these heroes without getting in the way. And we'll also summon a ranged hero over here. Just go for some damage. Whoa! Another thing about this too is that if they end up doing silence, it will actually remove our poison. So if they want to take care of our heroes now, they'll have to go through that. So as you can see, our heroes don't have silent. They don't have their skills anymore, but they also don't have the poison, which is really nice right now. Okay, so we did wound those, so we'll be able to get rid of that next turn. Okay, got this hero here that gives spikes in the totem around itself. Right. Yeah, we'll get rid of this now so that way we don't have any poison. Okay, we will also follow it up with... So combat over there, combat over here. This is fine. We could go for destruction over there too. Yeah, you know what? Here, we'll summon our melee hero here in A3. Get some health back, and then this hero also gets block, and then also the block to our warlord as well. We attack this hero because this hero here, even though we could destroy it, it is out in the front as opposed to the back, and if it's in the back, then it could potentially get protection with another hero in front of it. Okay, so we got this hero here with the high health, or high attack rather. See what we can do here. We can do extra damage to this. So it has 87, this one here has, okay, so it freezes enemy in the line. Not quite enough to deal damage over here. Block that. Yeah, this is fine. So we'll summon the flight hero over here. I may regret doing the destruction skill early. Okay, so they did the stones. We still have block on our warlord, and we can't see how much block we do have. Hopefully in the future they will change that. They did the stones. This hero would be destroyed in combat. Okay, ooh. And then there's a large plus health happening to their heroes. Let's see. Oh, this one here with the totem. All right. All right. Let's see here. Combat. Come there. Oh, and we can't even do our destruction skill, or not our destruction skill, but we can't do our what do you call? What was I thinking? Oh, we can't even do our summons. That's what we're doing. Okay. So we'll summon this hero over here to silence all of these heroes, so that way they don't get the plus health anymore. Also stop this from the extra attack. Ouch. Okay, so they summon the My 10 over there that deals damage equal to the health of one of our heroes. Let's see, come over there. We'll do our summons to deal some damage to the stones. Okay, so not quite enough to destroy that, and we don't have anything to destroy this either. Oh, okay. Oh, we do have our ranged hero over here, so we can do that. Combat will destroy that. Combat will destroy those. Seeing what makes more sense to destroy. Yeah, we can destroy those as well. Over there, damage over there. Sure, yeah, alright. Okay, so we'll summon a range hero over here. Okay, we'll destroy those stones. The My 10 also gives plus health to their warlord whenever an ally dies on their side. Which is okay right now. We're like half and half in terms of what we have for heroes. So this will be destroyed in combat. This will probably be destroyed in combat too. We get this hero here, has the attack steal, and then also gives attack steal. This hero's still alive. There. Let's see if this has spikes. It does not have spikes, so we could summon our Mary. Let's see, 101. Could give an attack boost, so actually it'll give it plus 12. Rather go with the ranged hero to put some destruction on the board. So we'll summon it over here in E2. You see the splash damage happening, and then also these instant kill runes coming out in play. This hero also has a death trigger that will deal damage to heroes. So in that case, we'll be able to deal some damage over here. And unsurprisingly, they will not be attacking our Kabas because of the reflect damage. Okay, as you can see, the block to our warlord is helping us stop the damage over there. So you got combat over there, combat over there. See how much, what do you call? Okay, so is there anything else going on? Just the attack steal. Let's see, 45, attack. So we can actually get rid of these three over here. 36? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do our Fury Summon. We'll see the attack. It's number 1, number 2, number 3, and oops, number 4. Okay, it's because of this totem here that will give plus health back to their allies. In that case, that was kind of a mistake. Well, that's okay. We'll open up the spot so we can summon the Death Runes. So now we have, let's see here, got this hero that was reborn, and then we'll deal some extra plus health to their heroes. Summon the Butcher over here, set this to 1. And eventually with the extra death runes, if another death rune comes out here, we can actually place the heroes on this line and not have them be destroyed. Okay, so we have roughly about 50 block on our warlord, so we can actually stop the damage over here. Seeing if we have enough for combat over here. We do not. We can go for some more block, that's fine. It's going to be close. This hero here, will, when it dies, it freezes enemies in the line, and actually will stop this. So we'll summon another ranged hero over here. Oh, we had lethal. Wow. That's embarrassing. Okay, well, we did the safer strat. So just in case this hero does get destroyed, it will freeze these. And then since we have the triple death runes over here, unless they have a hero with immunity or potentially reborn, they will not be able to stop the damage. As you can see, we froze the heroes, but we will just go for our damage over here. And there we go. Good matchup. Let's keep going. Hey, we're facing Bleh again. And we're starting first. Oh, very surprising. What's going to make the most sense here? Decent health, decent health. This one here has reborn, but the reborn isn't going to matter so much. There, attack, form. This one also has reflect damage, so that'll be kind of nice. We'll summon it over here in the A3 spot. Do we want to waste damage? No, you don't actually here. We'll summon our York over here, get rid of the building, and then also start dealing some damage over here. Okay, so we got the hero here that deals damage to enemies in the line, and then also deals damage to us whenever they attack us. Could we potentially rush them close? Probably go for... No, let's see. Combat. We gotta prepare for a longer battle, so what we'll do is we will summon a ranged hero, actually, and then allow us to give it some protection, and then also deal that damage. Okay, seeing if we have anything through here. Combat. So not enough to deal for lethal quite yet. But we would do our vampire summon. Okay, so that's good. We can also do our destruction to get rid of the storm rage. And this hero here will deal damage to a random ranged. So what we'll do is we'll summon it over here. Well, oh, okay. This one also actually, let's see. Combat. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so at this point now they will do their silence in order to go through our heroes. Kong needs to be placed down on the board because he'll take attack when the enemy attacks. He will. The issue with that is because, so two things. One is that I would rather just go for more damage at that point, especially since we're going first. The other thing too is that if you summon a melee hero, there is a chance that we'll get stopped by either a Shamuna or a Deadlord. And if they do that, we pretty much have no counterplay to that. I'd rather just go for a higher attack. Let's see there. Okay, so they did the silence already. So we just need to deal damage over here. We have the Osta that will deal damage to their warlord whenever our heroes will attack. So about 120. So 200. 300. Oh, okay. We might have lethal here. Go ahead and see combat. here we go. Much, much quicker battle than normally is. Once they summoned that ranged hero with the lower attack, we went for just lethal, especially too since we had the vampire. And yeah, just pretty good RNG on that particular one.
The gods guide my sword.
So they are starting first this time. They have the damage skill here, they have the archer summons, and then also the plus attack to order. And they start with, ooh, pretty rough one here. So this one gives an attack boost to their allies, and then also has a death trigger to deal damage. Take a look at the buildings. And or recompose as they are going first. Okay. Let's see here. Combat, combat, combat. There. There. Kind of in the same way as before. Really want to summon heroes with what do you call extra health. So it's a toss-up between these two. This could give protection, but when we need to summon another melee hero in order to block. Yeah, this could still help us out though. We'll summon with our Mina down here. So the Mina itself, it will deal damage whenever our warlord is attacked, and any of our allies as well, and then the extra attack and the accuracy. So if we can place another melee hero to guard this, we'll stop the extra skill damage and then keep this alive as they take more damage whenever they attack. So we have the hero here that poisons the enemy in the line, also has very high health. We can put them on a clock. Why not? We'll do our vampire summon, and that is not where we wanted it to be, but that is okay. Let's see, freeze 2. That would stop that. We'll summon another melee hero just to guarantee that we can keep this alive. Okay, and then we'll mark those for destruction, so that way we can start dealing more damage over here. Best choice was the York. Yeah, like I said, I would rather just go for the extra damage, especially too since they would need specifically a transform or silence in order to destroy it. Right, so let's see the poison damage again. So 24, so it will live for another couple turns. We'll do our but there is a chance that the destruction skill will actually trigger the death trigger and then deal damage to this. There, come over there. Yeah, how much damage could we actually get to this? There. We'll do our flight hero instead. Yeah, we'll do our flight hero so we can block for some damage. It's pretty close in health. I would gamble at this point if we had if we could draw into better heroes. Okay, this one is fine though. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna hope that the damage that we deal from the Mina over here on the extra attacks will deal the rest of the damage over here. Also too, because this building here itself is wounded, once we find an opening with a strong hero, we can just go for the damage to the warlord. So you can see the damage over there. Damage there. Okay. I think we can actually go flight again just to stop the damage. Let's see, combat over here. They have 3 over here that will trigger. Let's see over there. This one here with the high health. Yeah, we'll summon another flight hero just to be safe. Mark. Yeah, you're right. Low tricks will probably be better. That'll make more sense. We can also wound their heroes. Oh, I forgot the accuracy skill. So the accuracy skill actually goes through the evasion. Haven't used Mina in a long time. Okay, we got some good RNG over here. Okay, we also got some plus health off of the melee kills. And I guess now we'll do our destruction skill here. We have enough here for lethal. Oh, okay, all right. I was gonna summon the ranged hero, but that is good too. So wow, yeah, that was a quite different battle as well. Was gonna use the destruction early, and then found out that it was better just to let the Mina deal the rest of the damage. Okay, yeah, let's keep going. Okay, we're facing Yaozu now. They have the silence stones with the heal, also the large... okay, it's a medium bleedy pet. Take a look at their buildings. So damage, okay, and then these are all spikes. In terms of stats, this is going to be better for health, this one's going to be better for attack. But we will start with our ranged hero first. And the reason why is because we have some protection over here, and then we'll force them to destroy our buildings in order to get through. We're dealing damage to the buildings first because their health is going to have pretty high stats over here. Or rather, their heroes are going to be pretty strong. So we're already in trouble here with the Shamuna with the extra shards. Wow, it has 500 health. And so we'll need to find something that either has silence or transform, which we don't currently have. So yeah, combat over there. We'll summon the... yeah, alright. We'll summon the hero with the high health over here.
Yeah!
Okay. Don't really have anything going on, especially right now. Okay, so it seems like the rarities are kind of in the same... whatever... So if you have a whole bunch of epics, they will all show up. And so that means that we'll need to level up our epics at some point. Probably still not going to do it, just because they are pretty... they're pretty useless in comparison to legendaries and the rares. Okay, so we have damage over there. Summon our building to block for some damage. Okay, and at this point we just want to draw out the silence, and we'll need to find something to stop this. Again, don't really have anything, and they still also have their silence skill, so that'll be an issue. We could do flight, but again, silence. Or this one here with vulnerability, and once again, silence. Okay, we have this building here that will give extra attack to one of their heroes. Beating over there. Now this one also has a counterattack as well, so if we summon a melee hero against it, it will be destroyed. Summon this hero just to give something on the board. So this hero here gives the skill to their enemies, dealing damage to adjacent once another one of their heroes dies. Okay. Yeah, he is yeah, very strong. I wasn't going to expect us to win against this particular warlord, especially now too, since they have the Aphrodite that dealt roughly, I would say, yeah, 400 damage. But that is okay. Sometimes we do run into that in the matchmaking. Just got to keep trucking on. All right, we got one more attempt. Let's see where we can go with this. Faced Ulko before, Let's take a look at their pet because we know what the ogre does. All right, so a little bit of plus health. Take a look at their buildings. So attack, rune, okay, pierce, and then also over here. We got a couple of good options here. That mental shield, also give evasion over here. Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's give us some protection. The good draws, yeah. Eventually, you'll be able to level up your heroes to the point where they're all going to be good draws. So that is why it's important to balance out your squads in terms of the high growths. I mean, we normally level up the legendaries and we ignore the epics, but at a certain point, we can start leveling them up again in order to keep them going strong. Alright, so we got this hero here that will give poison damage whenever one of our allies are attacked. So in this case, we'll need to summon something that can actually take the damage. It'll be one of these two, it's just a matter of what else we can do to their board. Oh, this one gives vampirism to... Oh, okay, so nothing over here. It has regeneration. Yeah, we'll have to summon this over here. Right, so we'll summon the melee hero in C2. See that poison damage? We're doing this, we summoned this one first because it does have that metal shield to one of our allies, and could potentially keep this hero alive or give mental shield to the building. It can't give mental shield to itself, however. By the way, will you do the high growth in the stream? Yeah, I think I'll do it. Even though I normally wait until Sunday because they potentially have the Crisis Fables. Yeah, I mean, I could do it. I don't think it'll be too much more of a difference anyways because our heroes to level up will take a lot more gold. So that's fine. Let me see if it makes sense here to do this. So we have combat over there, we got poison, got damage over there. We won't have enough to destroy those in either way. Light over there. This is okay. I don't know if we can take the extra 99 damage, but we'll do this instead. So with some of the flight hero over here, it does some splash damage, as you see over there, and then also you see the large amount of poison. That is fine. We can take some damage. If they do the silent skill now, that'd actually be very good for us, because then we could just wipe these out. But it looks like they did not, so that is all right. Usually we want to use the destruction skill when it's only one or two heroes that we need to destroy. Or actually, no, when multiple heroes, rather. Alright, so that is now destroyed. Let's see, combat over there. This hero, whenever an order enemy appears, summons a puppet in front of themselves. And so the only heroes that we do have for that are this that could destroy it immediately. Did you submit your opinion on the new hero? Oh, I did not. I still haven't leveled it up after all this. Yeah, I am... It's not laziness for sure. It's just more I haven't leveled it up at all. Alright, so we do our destruction skill now to get rid of the poison. There is a chance that this could get blocked. But we will take that chance to get rid of this hero. So some of the range over here. Okay, the puppet, as you saw. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so now we got rid of those heroes. I've been seeing in battle, even with the low-level version of the Grimoire Nightchild, it's not that good because you need to curse their heroes and then attack those cursed heroes. Oh, not Grimoire. Oh, which hero are you talking about then? The Alchemist. Who's the Alchemist? I don't know who the Alchemist is. Let's see, combat over here, combat over there. This is fine. We'll summon the building here to block because of the high health. Also deals damage at the end. And then we're gonna place some heroes in front in order to stop this hero. Okay, so they still have their silence over there. And they're probably not going to silence now. Check the Discord. Oh, is there going to be a new hero coming up soon? Oh, that'll be fun. Okay, so we got some damage over there. Damage over there. Oh, okay. And we have this hero here with the high health. New hero in December. Oh, okay. Alright, so let us see what we'll do. We will do our hero over here. We'll split the damage. This hero, whenever the warlords attack, will freeze the enemy. So rather stop the damage over here in this way. And we'll place it behind here on the D1. So we got some freeze over there. Got some damage over there. We'll probably end up doing silence now because they can't let us they can't let us keep freezing their heroes. Okay, so there was that. I will check up that. I will check the Discord. Oh, okay, I assume that it says survey for their powers. Yeah, there will probably be some gems or other type of rewards just for doing the survey, so I'll check the Discord later on. Okay, so they did the stones. Again, we do want to keep our building alive to deal some damage. Okay, ooh, pretty high attack and health over there. Okay, combat over there, combat over there. We'll do our summons. Okay, we just want some blockers right now and then also deal some damage to the buildings. I think what makes sense here. We could give mist to one of their heroes. This one here freezes another hero, but I think we'll need to, yeah, we'll need to give mist to their stuff for now. So we'll summon this hero. This hero, at the end of the turn, will give mist to one of their enemies for a turn. And this hero is going to be destroyed in combat either way. Like I said, we just want to make sure that we can keep this building alive, because that's the only way that we're going to deal damage to these ranged heroes behind their buildings. Which one actually did I miss? That's the question. It wasn't this one. It wasn't this one either. Was it this one? No, it wasn't that one, because that one was just summoned. It was this one. Okay. So let's see. The building will deal damage. Oh, our building is destroyed. Why? It's because of the splash damage off of this hero. Okay. All right. In that case, we are going to be taking lethal here because we can't destroy these anymore. Oof. So that's unfortunate. We did use our destruction skill early, but as you saw, they were able to come back off of the board. So that's why sometimes you need to save your destruction for when the stones come out. Okay. So, well, that was that for Dark Tower. Got 4.5. So we have 9 more wins that we'll need to get. We'll check back in with Dark Tower tomorrow. And so yeah, that leads me to the recap for today's stream. So, whoops, we did some Divine Arena. And the female side is a little easier just because you have the poison skills automatically and then also the destruction skills. With the male side, you'll need to buffer a little more damage, take a little more damage, and then follow up with extra damage with your ranged heroes if you can. They have the attack skill that gives attack boost to ranged heroes. So use that in order to deal burst damage rather than just damage over time. We also did some Dark Tower, which we got a couple more wins, about halfway there. So we'll check back in on that for tomorrow. And so for tomorrow's stream, we are going to have some more Dark Tower. I guess we're not going to have Divine Arena since we already did that. I put it on the wrong day. And yeah, we'll also do some League. Thanks Jupoga for mentioning the Discord survey on the new hero in December. That'll be fun. Do a little survey, get some rewards, also give some input as to what you're gonna want to see for powers. So yeah, so thanks guys for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, or concerns, leave a message on Twitch, Discord, or YouTube. The content and streaming schedule is in the green box, so check it out there. Please like and follow on Twitch for the live stream, and then like and subscribe on YouTube for more videos. We're going to have some more League, Dark Tower. High Growth is going to happen this Friday, so check it out there. And yeah, so thanks guys. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, had a little bit of fun, and also learned something along the way. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.